I left Diogenes out of my last video on Greek philosophers, not by accident, but because he deserves his own spotlight. This isn't just a segment, it's a solo act for the wildest thinker in history. Meet Diogenes of Cynic, the original rebel philosopher. He wasn't born a dropout. In fact, he was the son of a banker. But when he was caught counterfeiting coins, he was exiled from Cynic, and his life flipped. Instead of shame, Diogenes saw it as a chance to reinvent everything. Homeless and barefoot, he arrived in Athens and became a student of Antisthenes, adopting a life of cynicism from kynikos, meaning dog-like. Why dog-like? Because he believed dogs had it right. They lived simply, naturally, without shame. Diogenes lived in radical agreement with nature. He owned nearly nothing, just a cloak, a staff, and a small knapsack. He slept in a large ceramic jar in the marketplace. To him, happiness came not from luxury, but from freedom. And freedom meant needing less. Once, upon seeing a boy drink water using just his hands, Diogenes threw away his only cup. That moment hit him. Nature provides everything we need. Even a cup, he realized, was unnecessary. He ate whatever he could find, drank water from his hands, and rejected social norms. When he was seen satisfying a natural urge in public, he calmly responded, "If only it were as easy to relieve hunger by rubbing my belly." These weren't acts of defiance for attention. They were deep philosophical statements. He was rejecting shame that society teaches us to feel for things that are part of being human. By day, he wandered through Athens with a lantern in hand, saying he was looking for an honest man. It was his way of calling out hypocrisy. He mocked pride, power, and pretense, even confronting Alexander the Great. When the emperor asked if he could do anything for him, Diogenes replied, "Yes, stand out of my sunlight." To Diogenes, philosophy wasn't about ideas, it was about action, how you live, what you need, what you can do without. He challenged people to let go of artificial desires, to return to what's essential, and to live with courage and honesty. He also introduced the idea of cosmopolitanism, calling himself a citizen of the world. At a time when identity was tied tightly to city-states, Diogenes shrugged off borders and loyalties. His loyalty was to reason, to truth, and to nature, not to flags or cities. Through his words, and more importantly through his way of life, Diogenes showed that virtue and contentment come from living simply and authentically, free from the expectations and illusions society tries to sell us. He wasn't polite, he wasn't comfortable, but Diogenes was free. Live simply, want little, speak the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. That was Diogenes' philosophy.